You know what's funny? Brock Lesnar, for some reason, gets a free pass on holding a WWE Universal title for over the 30-day limit. #Raw. I mean, we talk about that all the time, and I'm looking at that. I'm like, you know what? I mean, we haven't talked about that in, I don't know, maybe 1 or 2 shows, but why does he get a free pass? And the next part is I did see somebody also comment that says the WWE is so illogical and silly at times. Props to Evil Ninja X24 for the that was a great reply to that. So I thought that was kind of cool.
Now, I really wanted to go for my tweet of the week. I really wanted to go for something from what's happening out in Montana with the body slamming politician, slamming a member of the Guardian Press. And there was a lot of people who sent out tweets, wrestling related, putting the politician's face with the Extreme Rules background, talking about RKOs and everything. But there wasn't really anything that stood out that really, let's say, was unique. So here's the tweet of the week that I'm going to go with. I was hoping somebody would say something more unique other than just the fact that it was wrestling related. But I'm going to go with this one. And it's one of those, it's hard to do on radio, but it's a picture of Mickie James before her match last night on SmackDown, and it said, "Some women just get better with age." As it's a picture of Mickie James probably looking her absolute best. It's from the PW Stream at PW Stream on Twitter. So I'm going to get to that one. Mickie James, "Some things get better with age," and it is like a Playboy cover photo of Mickie James with her hands in her hair, sitting on one of those boxes in the back, and it like stood out. And I've never thought Mickie James was ugly. I never thought that, she was lesser than any other diva, but I definitely maybe did actually feel she was lesser than. I thought maybe she was more of a wrestler. And then seeing that made me think like, wow, she's really hot. I guess I never thought about Mickie James in that way, because it's like Charlotte Flair. We don't really think about her in the same way we thought about like Candice Michelle or Sable or any of these people. We don't.
Damn true.
And then so it was just looking at her in a way, and the best part is it's looking at her in a way after she's been in our face for so many years, and we've seen her for so long, for a decade over. I've even seen her in person wrestle on the indie circuit, in WWE, and
I've seen her local at Auburn High School.
You never thought anything too special about it, and then you look at her and you're like, wow, she could still do a Playboy cover shoot at her age.
You're just going to have to make sure that you retweet this on, of course, the Heel to the Face podcast to give shout-outs to everyone involved. We're going to have to do some further examination of that tweet. Absolutely.
I'm there you go, Paul. Well said.
So that is going to do it for this week's edition. Before we go, we did miss Paul for a second, so I'm going to get a quick go back to the last segment. The Ric Flair 30 for 30 or the Andre the Giant HBO documentary, which one would you rather see?
100% the Ric Flair 30 for 30. Not to shame Andre the Giant in any way. I just feel like Ric Flair's illustrious career spanning several decades and going back on the matches, I think that's going to be a phenomenal. I think they're going to do a great job with it. I really like the job that 30 for 30 has done over the years with several athletes. I think that's going to be a phenomenal showing.
All right, well, we said the exact opposite. We didn't think we were obviously excited for everything, but
sure.
we said that we felt that the 30 for 30s, I guess, are more limited than what
you
HBO
can't go
can do.
wrong either way. So
and Andre the Giant, I feel like it's going to be like storytelling. It's going to be a tall tale. Ric Flair, we see everything. There's so much footage on WWE Network that we can see with Ric Flair. With Andre the Giant, there's probably some stories of people who don't even speak English that can tell us that when he was 15, he was bringing up a pail of water up the mountainside in their home village in France. And, just crazy stuff like that. But I wanted to get your opinion on that, because either way, we're all excited about both of those things. And more importantly, we're excited to be with you next week on another edition of the Heel to the Face podcast on Sports War Radio, Rat Pack Radio, and now on iTunes.